Okay, well, it looks like our call at least has the controls on. Well, good morning, Phyllis. I don't know if you're there, but if not, we'll keep moving. But I wanted to say hello and good morning to everyone. Oh my goodness, this is Momentum Monday. So I hope everyone is in the mood for really taking your life, your business to the next level. Our phenomenal CSO, hey, we're going to give her maybe another 30 seconds or so, but otherwise we'll keep it moving. Phyllis just does so much, so we just want to give this moment to say thank you, Phyllis, for all that you do. Just appreciate you for always being there for us. Hey, you deserve a little time off, so we're going to give that to you if I don't hear your voice in the next, 15 seconds. But good morning, good morning, good morning. Super excited today. Yes, this is Wake Up to Waanna, guys. We want to thank you for waking up with Waanna. Thank each and every one of you for jumping on the call this morning. I know for some people it is a holiday out here, okay? So hello, is that you, Phyllis? I heard somebody out there, but it's a holiday, so hey, happy holidays. I know some people might say, well, really, why is this a holiday? So I'm going to skip right over that one. But I want to start by sharing our vision and our mission. Our vision is we exist to help end the negative stigma that has caused communities around the world to suffer and lose out on the health and wealth benefits of the cannabis plant. Our mission is we are the catalyst to stir a movement that inspires people to confidently move into the legal space as entrepreneurs, formulators, and investors, evoking the courage and strength of people to take back their health, wealth, legacy, and freedom. And so first, I'm going to actually just take a moment to acknowledge each and every one of you, acknowledge our corporate team, acknowledge everyone, because last night's founders call was absolutely off the charts. I mean, oh my goodness, did you guys see the numbers? I mean, at the max, we had about 250 people in attendance. That has to be a record for 2022. And that was just truly exciting to see so many people from all across the country, even as far as Hawaii. So we want to just say good morning to everyone. If you are brand new on the line, maybe you just got in last night. If you're someone who's already taken your business to the next level, perhaps you've hit Pearl or Jade, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, or beyond, we want to welcome you too. For the CV qualifiers on the line, well, guess what? I have a shout out for you because I'm going to actually acknowledge every person who's hit CV in the month of September. And guess what? If you got your 3 customers last month, I'm going to be shouting out to you too. So make sure to look out for your name, because once I say your name, just know you are automatically also entered into our drawing, because guess what we're doing? We're giving out $1,000 in loyalty points, and we're doing it live this Wednesday. So you want to tune in to our Wellness Wednesday with Dr. Betty so that you can hear, hopefully, your name as one of the winners. And then, of course, we have the grand prizes for the top 3, and that doubled last month. And so now it's 500, 300, and 200. So super excited about that as well. And I just want to reiterate once again, okay, because we do have the best team, the best leaders, the best distributors on the planet, guys. And, we just completed a certification for Group 4 if you're a part of our wellness coaches. And so I want to just acknowledge you, and because this is our 4th team of coaches, which is super exciting. And in fact, the test for that group, I believe Dr. Eric said it's going to be out by the end of the week, so stay tuned. We'll have that link to you so that you can take your test and get your official certification. In fact, on Saturday, we had a live scan and recap, so thank you for everyone that actually came out and participated live. Thank you for everyone who volunteered for the scan, right? That was great, having a chance to see the class, not just get 1 live scan, but 2 live scans. I'm telling you what, we are really prepared for us to go out there, empower people with this whole scan method. And, someone was sharing with me last night, they said they saw a website, and then it was at an event that people were actually doing these bioscans, giving these comprehensive reports, but not giving anybody any solution and charging not $850 like we've been saying, but some of these doctors are charging thousands of dollars, and some of them aren't even doctors, and they're charging this amount of money and then sending people with their full report to their doctor, right? To say, hey, go to your doctor, because they don't have any solutions for them. So we really are doing something that's cutting edge. We're doing something that's life-changing. We're doing something that's going to take over the world. And it's exciting to have each and every one of you who are on as coaches on this ride with us. And as Dr. Eric said, we really are going to be to the point we're going to need thousands of people scanning and then millions of people scanning. So this is only going to get bigger and better. Also, too, I want to give a shout out because last week on our Monday call didn't mention our Kingdom Builder event. But I want to mention that, guys, because this was something that was kind of kept, off of social media. It was an invitation only, put together by Pierre Mason, Stacy Mason, Willie Mooney, Ann Mooney. And I'm just going to tell you guys, it was absolutely so brilliant. It was amazing. These are the things we need to be thinking about when we think about taking your business to the next level, because even though it wasn't a Waanna specific event, the networking, the curiosity that it piqued, the people that became interested in learning about Waanna just because they were in our building, had a chance to hear just a little bit of what it is we do. I mean, it was just such a phenomenal idea. And so we really want to get into the arena of ideas, things we can do to grow your business, go to the next level. I know when we started off in the early days, what did we do? We did focus group after focus group. Everything was about CBD versus medical marijuana, but those were live events we did in person. And those rooms were packed out. I mean, if you guys remember over at Halstead and how we had meetings where we had to open up the back door, we had two different event spaces, both of those packed to capacity, people standing in the back door, okay, lined up just to listen in because there was no space for them to have a seat. And what I'm telling you is through these last few years, yeah, we've grown, we've had some exciting accomplishments, but we've done all of that without any of these live events. And so can you imagine what's going to happen in 2023 as we open back up for many live events? I know right now we're doing the BioScan events, which is great, every other Wednesday, but it's going to be super fantastic when we really get a chance to just get back in front of people. I remember when we did the grand opening for the Weed Cafe. You guys remember that? I mean, it was like 400 plus people that came through that day. And every single focus group we did was packed out to capacity. And so what that tells me is there's a hunger, there's a need for people to get in front of you. And so what you want to do is start thinking about how you can leverage that, just even at your own house, okay? Maybe you want to do a super event and talk with us about having a corporate office, but you really want to make sure you're leveraging that even at your own home, having parties and different things that you can do to really grow your business. Also today, we're going to not only go through our CV qualifiers and our Get 3 contest winners, but also acknowledge that we are in the midst of Waanna University. Another certification is underway. Thank you, Sylvia Covington and Kathy Weathersby, for all that you guys did for this weekend's classes to get pulled off the way they did. I know tonight there's another class. You want to make sure you pack that out because there's always opportunities to learn. And then what else do we have coming up in less than 2 weeks? Can you believe it? We actually are going to help you. It's your legacy reimagined, right? We want you to reimagine your legacy, okay? And I believe the theme is your legacy reimagined. I want you to think about that for a second. Your legacy reimagined, which means we can have and accomplish and pass on so much more than perhaps we've ever dreamed possible. And you want to be there to witness it all. I know Friday night's event, it's already sold out. VIP, it's already sold out. So what you're going to see over the next couple of weeks is a push for the general admission, because we do have some general admission tickets available. And also, too, I'm going to talk a little bit about founders, because I do know we covered a lot. It was exciting. I'm still jacked up over that, okay? And I know this is going to be our most epic founders season ever. And so just want to thank our amazing team for everything that was done to really put together such a spectacular founding member program. And I want you to take a moment, and I'm going to ask you a question that I asked last night. But I want you to think about opportunities that actually were in front of you at some point in your life, okay? Because they tell us that opportunities, they don't go away. They just go to someone else. And the average person will be exposed to at least 2 life-changing opportunities over their lifetime. That's a fact. That is a statistic based on studies and documentation. So knowing that you're going to be exposed to 2 opportunities in your life, you have to ask yourself, is this the first one or is this the last one? Okay. And so you want to make sure you don't miss it because, see, a lot of times people hear about things like Google, but let's be honest, were you really there at the table pre-IPO? Were you able to hear about when it was $85 a share? Or did you find out once it was already unaffordable? When you think about a lot of these stocks right now, I mean, some stocks can go for thousands of dollars just for one share of the stock. I mean, think about Bitcoin. I mean, at its height, Bitcoin hit over $60,000 a coin. And so again, the question is, are you really hearing about these things in the early days? Or are you hearing about them way too late? See, when you hear about them way too late, it doesn't mean you missed that opportunity. It just means you weren't at the table, right? And when we think about Michelle Renee, and I talked a little bit about her last night, she was at the table in 2008 with Bitcoin. Think about that for a second. When did you first hear about Bitcoin? Was it in 2008? Or perhaps it was like many of us. We finally started hearing about it 2013, 2014. But even then, I call that a passed up opportunity because at the time I first heard about it, it was only $600 a share. Now you might say $600, and that seemed like it's so much money, right? It was like, that is an astronomical lot of money for one coin, right? One coin, $600. It just seemed like that just didn't make sense. And many of us, guess what? We didn't buy it. But I remember one of our partners, he went and bought it. He went and bought several of those coins, okay? And that's the point. When opportunities are presented in front of you, you got to have the ability to recognize that this is an opportunity. And if you're going to be exposed to at least two in your lifetime, and for some people, maybe you get exposed to 3, 4, right? For some people, that 2 is it. So again, is this your first or is it your last? And I define poor as passing over opportunities repeatedly, because this is a phenomenal opportunity to share in 1% of our company's gross revenue. And what gives me goosebumps every time I say that, see, a lot of times you can share in profits and you can have an investment. This is not an investment. This is like the light bill. I mean, it gets paid every month regardless. And that's the kind of opportunities you want to be in front of. And I want to just, again, acknowledge, the C-suite, acknowledge Phyllis Nash, our CSO, who was on the line last night to share so much amazing information about our company, about the founding member program. And you're going to actually have an opportunity to hear this again. I know there's going to be a limited edition of the recording going out right now because we're still in the preseason of it. You're not going to see a lot of, information on it on a point of view of the whole overview. That's not going to be floating around just yet because we really want to first ensure we're inviting the right people to the table. See, we don't need everybody in on this conversation. We don't need certain times, and we want the right people. So you're getting in on this because you know the right person. The people who are hearing about this, they're going to understand that the reason they're learning about it because they're with the right team. They're connected to the right person. Just like the person who got in on Google or Microsoft, if they got in early, if they knew about it pre-IPO, it was only because they were connected to the right people, okay? And so Ron Archie, our CPA, who's also our CFO, and then Christian Phillips, our COO, they're going to be on the next call too. I'll give you details before this call ends on the next opportunity for you to actually put your group in front of these amazing people. And then in November, you're going to see more frequency with how we release information because now we're getting closer to founders. And then, of course, the week of Black Friday, wow, we're going to really bring it with lots of different opportunities for you to hear about it. But again, we really want to take this time to start building the momentum, to start really ensuring that we do this in a strategic way. We're going to release the details of our founding members packages. I know many of you probably did screenshots last night, and that's great. Officially, we will be posting that information, making it available inside of our group, and that's going to give you the details for all the products, the value, how it works. And so stay tuned for our social media. Stay tuned for your email blast so that you can see the exact contents that are going to be there. But what we get fired up by, guys, again, if you look at the cost of it, right? Cost is only an issue in the absence of value. But knowing that you're getting cash back, you're getting loyalty points, you're getting products that at least meet or exceed the value of what you spent. For new people, they're getting access to Waanna University. our broker activation. We call this a no-brainer because once you actually go out and have an opportunity to sell those products, then the rest of the money you make is just gravy, right? So those extra checks that come every quarter just become something extra in the bank, which becomes exciting. So we'll release both our new founding member pack, both our Crown Jewel founding member pack. We want you to also be a part of the first 100. I know many of you have already started, sending texts and emails, claiming your spot. That's great, but we need you to go ahead and just send it in because we're looking at it from a postmark point of view, or for those who drop it off live, that's fine. You can do that as well. But we want you to be among the first 100 because we have a very special box. This is our mobile wellness dispensary. This is our business on the go that you can carry with you. You can showcase your business, and it's going to be a real fun way for you to build your business to host events. And so leaders, you definitely want to get this limited edition box, okay? And then, of course, one of the big exciting components of our Legacy Conference on Friday night, we're going to actually reveal to you what the new founding members wall will look like, okay? And that's the one upstairs, okay? So you've been telling our story, and we're grateful for that, but now we want to tell your story. And so you're going to notice quite a change, okay? It's not going to be the focus on the four of us as pillars upstairs, okay? It's really the new beginning. It's exciting because we're going to showcase the global opportunity that's in front of us. And each and every person who actually purchases the founding member pack this year, you're actually going to be featured on that wall. So that's going to be super, super exciting that you get a chance to be a part of our story. And we're going to feature you. We're going to celebrate you. And so that official founding member wall won't go up until, of course, after the first of the year, because we have to see who all becomes founding members. So what we're going to show you is a rendition of what it's going to look like. And then we're going to have spaces for your name to one side of the founding members wall. And so let's just talk about a couple little specifics that maybe you need to hear again. And one of them is regarding customer requirement. And so one of the advantages of purchasing the founding member pack is we're actually waiving your customer requirement until January 2023. And that's for any person who pre-orders on or before November the 1st. Once 2023 starts, you're going to need those 3 retail customers monthly. You could be one of them, okay? And as always, guys, if you miss a month, at any time, you can come back, get those 3, and you're going to receive that payout just as normal. Product fulfillment, we did also share that founder packs are going to be available for pickup on November the 14th. They're going to ship out November the 15th, and that's for everyone who's already pre-ordered. After November the 1st, you're going to actually have an opportunity to order those right online. And then we did give specifics as it relates to how to make out your cashier check, your money order, your e-wallet. If it's an e-wallet, you're going to contact customer service. They can help you fulfill that. If it's a cashier check or money order, ensure that you make it for Waanna for life. Even though we announced the prices as $899.95 and $1799.90 actually, even though we announced those prices, the one thing to keep in mind is you might be in a state like Massachusetts, like Chicago. There are certain states that tax is required. What you want to do is go look at your back office and you want to see, have you been paying sales tax in the last 60 days? If you have, then sales tax will need to be collected on this as well. If you haven't, well, the good news is there's no sales tax for you to include, and all you need to do is put that total. And then, of course, you're mailing those into Waanna for Life, founding members, 411 East 35th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Now, all of that's on our website, guys, so you can just check our website for the address. And then, of course, we did announce there's an option for credit cards when you call customer service and pay via credit card. If you are a Crown Jewel, the credit card surcharge is $949.95. For new founding members, it's $1899.90. So there's around a 5% fee that you're paying because that's what the merchant's billing us for that. So we're just giving you that. That's it. And so now the advantage of doing it via credit card is, of course, it puts you in the first 100. But also, if you wait until November 1st, yeah, you're paying a little bit of increase right now. But remember, the price on November 1st goes up to $999 for Crown Jewels And then for new founding members, $19.99. So you want to ensure that you get in on the maximum savings. So even if you're paying via credit card, this is still the time to maximize all of your savings. And of course, we need you to act now if you want to take advantage of the early bird price, the extra points. Now, you're all going to get extra points, even if you do it in November, but as the price goes up, that's eating into some of those extra points. To give you an example, right now, if you're doing it at $8.99, and when you're doing it at that price, your extra points is a total of 1,100 points, right? So that's 200 points extra. When you go and do it at the $17.99, you're getting a total of 400 points extra. So it's going to actually be 2,200 points. Now, you're still getting 1,100 points or 2,200 points in the month of November, but the difference is you're paying a little bit more. So you're losing out on that little extra percentage of value, okay? So you want to really maximize your value by doing it now. And we did have a chance to touch on just a little bit some of our new strategic direction. You're going to hear more on this at the Pajama Party Friday night, October 21st. But it's super exciting, guys, because we've been focused on wellness and health, which is so phenomenal. That's a $3.4 trillion industry, even though, yes, we have our 4 pillars we talk about with health, wealth, legacy, freedom. But at the end of the day, when it comes to really products and services, we think about the health component of Waanna when you think about our product brand. But we're super excited because with the wealth component, we are now bringing an aspect that's going to really allow you to learn so many principles and so much wealth coaching. And that industry alone, I mean, it's trillions of dollars. But even if we just think about crypto, that's a $949 billion industry that's about to become a multi-trillion-dollar industry in and of itself, okay? And then, of course, the travel industry, some exciting things we're doing with travel, because we know that people love lifestyle. When I think about freedom, I think about fun. I think about lifestyle, okay? It's being where you want, when you want, okay? Waking up when you finish sleeping. And so we're excited to share with you what we're doing in that arena, because we do know the travel industry is a $7 trillion industry. And then when I think about legacy, we think about what it is you pass on. And what you can pass on, of course, it's your knowledge, it's your skills, it's traditions, but we want you to pass on a business, right? Something that you can absolutely help empower your generations. We know that right now, our millennials, our Gen Zs, are very frustrated, right? There's a lack of opportunities right now in the areas they're passionate about. And what better way for you to really connect with your grandchildren and your children than through business ownership? And when we think about social selling, we think about network marketing, direct sales. I mean, if you look at all of that, I mean, we're talking about an industry that's about to hit $200 billion. And what's super exciting is even though we see there is a downturn and we see that a lot of businesses are pulling back, well, we're in front of 4 phenomenal trends that are only growing. When we look at what's going to happen in 2028, even the least or the slowest growth of these trends is still growing over 6% a year, okay? And some of the faster growths are growing at triple digits, guys. And so we're in front of such a tsunami of growth, such a tsunami of opportunity, and you want to be in front of it too, because we know that this is one of the greatest transfers of wealth of our lifetime, and it's right here in front of each and every one of us. And so that next call that we're going to do for founding members, it's either going to be on October the 18th. We're just waiting on a little bit of feedback. We're trying to do it not too close to the legacy. So we were thinking Wednesday at first, but that's so close to legacy. So we're looking at Tuesday, October the 18th at 8 p.m. And so if you have feedback on any of this, let us know. But we wanted to mix it up a little bit. We knew that Sunday night was phenomenal, and we proved that with, look at that, 250 people. But we want to make sure, again, we give people opportunities to plug in. And so Tuesday, October 18th is what we're looking at. I'm going to go ahead and let you know the meeting code, because the meeting code we already have. The passcode will be the exact same as the previous one. We don't want to announce those type of things on these calls because we never know who's listening in. That should not be listening in. But the meeting code is 878-1492-6789. I'm going to say that one more time. It's 6789. Okay, so that's the meeting code for this upcoming founding member Zoom with the C-suite. And again, it's either going to be on Tuesday, October the 18th at 8 p.m. or perhaps another night. So stay tuned. We'll have an official number or official date for you on that. Now, our max out on our meeting style is actually 300 people, which means last night we almost maxed it out. And what does that mean? That means you're going to want to be on early. You're going to want to make sure you get this in front of as many people as you can, and you want to leverage the fact that you can be one of those 300 people max that can get on the meeting. Now, if we did a webinar, we can go up to 1,000. But we don't want to do the webinar because we know it really doesn't give the same energy. I mean, it was so exciting when we had music, we're dancing, we're able to see your faces and all the people. It just builds more excitement. So we really want to keep the meeting style. So we probably will just, again, come back after the Legacy Conference, do another one by popular demand. And then in November, you're going to see the schedule getting more frequent. You're going to see a lot of our distributors having lunch and learns, and we're going to put more focus on more access to the founding member details. But right now, we're just limiting the access because we don't need everybody at the table right now, okay? We only need the right people at the table. And again, we don't want people like the Sun Times in our business. And so with that being said, October 21st, our pajama party basically is sold out, but between 8 and 9:30 p.m. Central, you're going to have a chance to tune in via Zoom. So even though the party is 6 to 10, some of that time frame we will be on Zoom, not the entire night, okay? So if you got the tickets, there's always going to be something extra special for you in addition to the cocktails and all the finger foods, okay? So we're going to have such a fun night. And then, of course, October 22nd, Legacy Conference. The agenda goes out this week. The time frame is going to be somewhere between like 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. We're still working on some of the details. One little thing that I will let out right now is for those of you attending on Saturday, we want you to wear the color black, okay? Because we're having a blackout, okay? We're going to give you more details on what that means. But whether it's for your legacy, for your wealth, for your freedom, for your health, we're going to get laser focused. And so we have a scene we're calling the blackout, and we need everybody to wear your black, okay? And then October the 23rd, I will let you in on a little bit of a secret. Some of us are actually going to Commerce Township, Michigan, where we're actually attending a wellness and holistic healing retreat. This is a phenomenal machine that we're going to be exposing some of you to. This machine, it's off the charts. In fact, even NASA has embraced it because it heals the DNA. It heals the DNA, guys. I'm going to say it again. It heals the DNA. And so some of the results from this have been everything from people going through kidney failure where their kidneys were operating at 15%, and now it's over 55%. We've had results where one lady, she had a tumor on her ovaries, right? A cyst on her ovaries that was about 11 centimeters wide. And within a 4-hour treatment, not only did the pain go away, but the cyst they actually found had actually completely dissolved. And so this is the future of medicine, just like the bioscan. And so we're going to be bringing this technology to Chicago, and then we're going to bring it across the country. We really want to look at our business as a wellness business, right? A wellness center where people come for healing, for restoration. And so as we're running out of time, I want to go ahead and give a shout out real quick, okay, because we are out of time. And what I'm going to do today and then next week, we're going to give the full list, but I'm going to shout out to all the silver qualifiers, okay? We had 4 people qualify for silver in September. And so I'm going to acknowledge Bernadine Kirkland, Gabriella Scott, Terry Anderson, and Marguerite Wright. All 4 of those ladies qualified with at least 1,000 CVs. So we're going to give them some phenomenal recognition on social media. For everyone else who qualified, shout out to you, but we're going to say your name formally and officially next Monday, okay? And then let's give a shout out real quick for all of the people that finished with our top 3, okay? Our top 3. And so first, let me just say our top 10. So our top 10 included Cherie Eppinger, Dr. Rosalind Shaw-Belt, Erica and Troy Zachary, Fatima Horn, Terry Anderson, Lavender and Lemon, Gabrielle Scott, Claudia Muhammad, Frida McDuffie, and Bernadine Kirkland. Those are the top 10. Now, I put those in order from least to great, right? So that means from the person that had the least, and we look at Cherie Eppinger, Dr. Ross, both tied at 8. In fact, Erica and Troy Zachary, all three of you guys had 8 customers, so great job. And some people like Fatima had 9, Terry had 9, Lavender and Lemon 9, Gabrielle 10. But our top 3 included Claudia Muhammad with 11 new customers, Frida McDuffie in the number 2 spot at 12 new customers, and Bernadine Kirkland at the number 1 spot again, and she had 17 new customers in the month of September. How exciting is that? And so everyone else had at least 3, and I'm going to read your name if you had at least 3 in the month of September. Some of you had more than that, okay? But I just gave special acknowledgement to the top 10. So this is every single one else. And I'm going to start in greatest to least. That means these are the people with more than 3, and then we're going to go all the way down to those with 3. So Teresa Shern, Marguerite Wright, Deborah Blackman Parrish, Shannon King, Dr. Kimberly Smith-Sotree, Carla Whitlow, Paula G., Tammy Texera, Sandra Phillips, Phyllis Nash, Dr. Erica Montgomery, Willie Mooney, Iola Common, Gia Bankhead, Ernestine Davis, Brenda Spencer, Tracy McCullum, Marsha Jackson, Tara Shackerfair, Sheila Glenn, Melody Barnes, Rosalind Williams, Mr. Joseph Sanford, Pat Belt, Felicia Houston, Ann Hawkins Mooney, Susan Wallace, Sylvia Covington, Cheryl Johns, Wellness Coach B, and that's Beatrice Foster, Willie Langley, and Crystal Robinson. Okay, so those are everyone on the list who had at least 3 for the contest last month. And so in wrapping this up, guys, this is Momentum Monday. You know, we want to focus today on getting everyone on our Save Our Strands call. So join Dr. Rita and join Doris Mosley at 2:30 p.m. Central today. SaveOurStrands.com. You can also rebound with Wakana. Right now, it is going down, so hopefully you got your rebound out so that you can join Dr. Roz at reboundwithwakana.com, 7:30 p.m. We have our corporate Zoom, so you want to tune in early, get that music flowing through your blood, and then at 8 o'clock, the overview, okay? And then, of course, tomorrow is Transformation Tuesday, and you want to make sure you wake up to the Diamond Factory because it's going to kick off at 8 a.m. Central. And so with that said, I want each and every one of you to have a Wakana day because we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. And yes, this time we are busting through the top. Thank you all. Have a phenomenal day.